welcome back to Ascending with Ashley. I'm Ashley. It's a collective reading. Check in on the energy. We have a full moon on the 12th. Today I'm recording this. It's the 10th. I did take the morning off. I needed to lay in bed. I realized this morning how stressed out I really was with the kittens. And I feel really sad, but I'm glad I made that decision. So, if you don't know what I'm talking about, I had to surrender Angel, who was the alley cat who came in my house, and her kiddos, I surrendered them all together. Because this is just, I can't do it. I couldn't do it. But anyway, let us look at this energy. We have a full moon, did I already say this? In Libra on the 12th. Okay. So we have, right on, we have North Node Cosmic Purpose. I did just paint my nails, so there is nail polish all over. Mind your business. I don't care. Stability, harmony, and flow. Once you step into your purpose, everything else will start to flow. Taking care of ourselves and our energy, not to the detriment of others, as in we don't ignore everything else going on, but we do take care of ourselves, because if we don't take care of ourselves, no one else is going to. Alright, and then we have hater alert. We have some spies watching and inspecting. It's all energy, who cares? Then we have contracts, careers, and commitments. The top of that card says, until death do us apart. And then we have memories, nostalgia. Then we have celebration, gifts, and abundance. Also, speaking of abundance, I do have a shout out for John Flores and Vanessa Bustamante. Vanessa, I apologize if I didn't say your last name correctly, but they are my financial team at Northwestern Mutual. So if you need support with anything, go over there. Thoughts and isolating. Facade and beliefs. I feel like such a big girl saying that, my financial team. But it's real. We had a meeting today, it was lovely. Okay, then we have disharmony, triggers, and conflict. Yikes. And spring and seeds. I don't think I'm really doing reversals for this. So, right on. Hee hee. We have Earth energy, Virgo, Taurus, and Capricorn. Regret, repression in reverse at the bottom of the deck, which means maybe you don't have anything that you regret at this moment, or maybe you are working through that as we speak. Okay, Earth energy. It doesn't necessarily need to be the sign. We do, no, that's air. We do have, did I already say, how many times have I talked about the full moon? Full moon on the 12th in Libra. Jesus. Oh, Earth energy. It doesn't necessarily need to be all about the zodiac. I think the sun is working. It can just speak to us staying grounded on the fucking planet, okay? Alright, what else do we have here? We have truth and expression. Honesty is the best policy, my friends. What do you have to lie about, right? Then we have rejection, loss, and fragmented. Ooh. Then we have receive and open. With freedom, leap, and opportunities. Uranus. I am a 5th grade boy. Anyway, transcendence and unity. And renewal and spark coming out underneath these spring seeds. Guys, I talked to a lot of humans today in the flesh, and I actually feel good. So maybe with this weather getting nice with spring, if you're in the northern hemisphere, we have karma, balance, and justice. But maybe you're being a little more extroverted than usual, coming out of the hibernation. Alright, we have water signs and fire signs here. Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, and Earth. So the only ones we're missing is air signs. And then we have messages and dreams. The bottom of the deck we have Remember and Awakening. I'm going to pull two more and pull this Earth out of here because I feel like now that these other zodiacs have arrived, that's just speaking more to characteristics and personalities than anything, like zodiac wise. Two more. Dos más, or is it más? No, dos más. Can see the press. You can see my mermaid. It's a mermaid. Hello. And then this one is waves for her. Do something fun for yourself today. Take care of the little one within you. Uh-oh. Fate, detours, and divine intervention. And what else? Courage to change wanted to come out. Okay. Gracias. Comfort zone. South node and clinging. So with North Node, Cosmic Purpose being our main theme, the first card to come out. What are you doing to stay in your comfort zone? Right now, the North Node is in Pisces and the South Node is in Virgo. So with that Earth energy that came out, clinging to like materialistic things, clinging to when did that happen? Clinging to you know, financial stuff, rat racy kind of stuff, whatever that is, versus stepping into your purpose, right? I think we've all been there. It's a pretty important part of decolonizing and coming into consciousness is to recognize how limited we've become within the current system. If this part is resonating to you, yeah, cycles and completion at the bottom of the deck with change. If this part is resonating with you about the cosmic purpose or the clinging to a comfort zone, highly recommend going to watch a couple of the, oh my god, I'm so uncomfortable. What's your calling readings? If you are looking for ways to kind of liberate yourself out of your self-imposed capitalist bondage at this time, we explore other ways to make money and live in our truth and passion. Maybe this is something that you are in the process of thinking about, brainstorming ideas, taking inventory of self to be like, you know what is it that I want to do? What is it that, you know, and I think you should be as delusional as possible. Like, throw it out there. Like, when you were a little kid, we just talked about this. Was that the What's Your Calling reading? I think it was. I just did a What's Your Calling reading, like 2 days ago. Go check that out. It's purple. The phone is purple. I have to change some of my thumbnails on that too. Anyway, that's a different story. What facade are you holding up about yourself that is causing disharmony within your own life. And I mean, because of that, probably the lives of others as well. Be so fucking for real. Be honest with yourself about what it is you need to work on. You're the only one that knows the truth about you, about what you've been through, about what you desire, about what you've struggled through, about trauma. You're the only one that knows every chapter of your story. So be honest about that so that you can step into your purpose. As far as the spying, watching, and inspecting career contracts and commitments, do not come in here right now. I'm doing a reading. Go away. Hold. Come on, let's take a bath. I don't care if you don't want to. You need to do something else besides come in here and bug me. Come on. Back in a minute to turn the water off. We take baths in this family for self-care often. So what do you need to do for self-care, right? Check your energy. Niall's a fire sign and he requires a lot of water to stay even. Okay, anyway, enough about us. It's way too hot for all of these pieces of clothing. I don't know where I was. Whatever. You know what career contracts, commitments are holding you back. If it's something that you have been trying to release, so all of these three are coming out in a column. So career, commitments, contracts, clinging to a comfort zone, and balance, karma, and justice. This energy just came through in another reading I just did the other day called Leave It Behind. If divorce or some sort of business investment that's gone sour resonates, you might want to go check that one out. I don't want to spend too much time on it because it's just that one column. But like, oh my god, it's so hot right now. You may be experiencing some sort of divine intervention, and that may look like, it depends on your karma, it depends on what you're being guided towards. It may look really shitty. It may be this lightning. It may be a sour moment. What are you... The reason that divine intervention happens is because we're not being true or like in our authenticity, or there's something that's harming us, or we're harming ourselves. There's some sort of imbalance within our own karma and shit. So, God, there are so many sounds. My neighbors are burning shit, and it's like coming into my house. And it stinks. It smells like fucking... I gotta talk to them. I don't know, they need to move that shit somewhere else. It's coming directly into my house. Anyway, whatever it is that's holding you back, you're being held back from, like, be open to receiving whatever it is that's gonna bring you this balance and unity and freedom and this renewal of spark, right? I mean, honestly, life is yours to live. Life is worth living. What is that? Life is yours to live. It's your responsibility to take control of your life. It's no one else's. We have seeds in spring smack dab in the middle. So, like, what seeds can you plant? I'm not talking literally, but you could. I think it's really important that we be growing our own food. But anyway, what seeds can you plant? You know, if you are trying to leave your job or trying to find a new job, you have to start somewhere. Do you have a resume? Do you need a resume? What kind of jobs are you looking for? Have you checked the listings in your area? Are you trying to get a job somewhere else? You know, there's steps to anything you want to do, and that's just talking about jobs. Same thing goes for moving. Where you want to move? What do you want to do? Do you need a new job in order to make that happen? Are you going to buy? Are you going to rent? Are you going to You know, do you have to sign your kids up for school? All of that shit. You gotta take control of your life. No one's gonna do that shit for you. Hang on. Alright, stay in there and hang out for a little while. Oh my god, it stinks like fucking smoke in here. Anyway. Really need to talk to them about this. Oh, you may be getting some insight within your dreams. We have I always do that. We have memories and nostalgia here with truth and expression. Maybe there was some childhood trauma or childhood dream. Either or. I mean, these are the yin yang oracles, so whoever's watching this knows what it is for them. Regardless, it could be memories of, you know, goals that you had at one point, and, you know, you got swept up in life as it is, and, you know, you put everything on the back burner because you have to pay your bills and shit. We all know, right? That happens to all of us. So be truthful about what that was for you. I mean, you don't have to like go behind a podium and announce this to people. You just need to be truthful with your fucking self. And why am I not lining up? Did I open a portal? Expression also can be like the way you present yourself to the world. Don't be afraid of what people think. Don't be afraid of judgment. Why are you glitching? Anyway. We have celebration, gifts, and abundance, and then we have rejection, loss, and fragmented, and then under that we have the divine intervention. So there may have been a point pretty recently, or is happening right now, that you have kind of shot yourself in the foot in regards to celebrating your gifts or abundance, or maybe you're overspending, or maybe something else is happening. Whatever there was, there's some sort of loss and imbalance here, because those are like two sides of the fucking spectrum, right? And maybe that's why the divine is intervening. If the divine is intervening and you're getting, you know, messages in your dreams or signs and synchronicities, highly recommend to be open to receiving whatever you're getting, right? Because remember, the goal is to not only step into your purpose, but to be so fucking solid within it, to like, life is just a flow. Stability, harmony, transcendence, unity with yourself, with those around you, with the work that you're doing, with, you know, making the world a better place. Whatever this... This is why I usually do my shit in the morning, but I needed the morning off. I was resting. Actually, I got on a really fun side of TikTok, and I was laughing my ass off laying down, so it was fun. Anyway, freedom, opportunities, what leap of faith can you take for yourself, right? Again, no one's going to do this shit for you. Okay? Alright, I guess that's it. I feel good about this reading. It went a lot longer. I know we had a couple side quests. That's single mom life for you. I think don't worry so much about what people think. You know? I've always been a big proponent of being so authentically myself. And I think when that comes, like, this idea, like, so much of our society has these ideas about, like, oh, you get to a certain point in your career and you've made it, you know? No, you're constantly, career isn't even really that important. It's, you know, we're made to continue growing, continue learning, continue connecting with ourselves, with each other, with the world, with, you know, we've all been given certain things to make the world a better place. That's our cosmic purpose. That's the main energy of this reading, and it's if you're not stepping fully into that, if you're refusing to do that, if you think it's lame because other people aren't doing it, that's okay, but you're gonna receive karma. You're gonna receive lessons harder than they would be if you would just step into your purpose. Do what you know is right. Do what you know you love. There is a way that you can make those things happen for yourself. And if you need help with financing, again, go to Northwestern Mutual, all right? And I will see y'all later. Have a good one.